String concatenation. String concatenation is a way to combine two strings by using plus operator. So, for example, if we have an A variables and B variables, A assigned with hello and B assigned with world, we can combine these both to be one line like I think it will be better to assign into a new variables A plus B. When you print it, it will be output hello world. The only things that you will see different here because there's no space between these two words. How to create a space? It's quite simple. You only need to give quote here, whether it is double quote or single quote, and then you give us a little space in here, and then now when you print it out on the terminal, it is output as expected. Formatting strings, as we learned in the Python variables chapter, that we cannot combine strings and numbers like this. Let me give you an example. And then when we print txt, it will say stop error because integer cannot concatenate with strings. So it is only can be concatenate with strings, not with integer. But actually we can combine strings and numbers by using the format method. Format method takes the passed arguments, formats them, and places them in a string where the placeholders, this is called placeholder, can use this by having this placeholder like this. We need to give a small update in here. So now age is not here anymore. We output it inside print by giving a format function like this, and then age inside this format function, because as we know that this format function has a strings as return value. Now if you print it, good to go. So this is the way to concatenate strings by using format function. The format basically takes unlimited numbers of arguments, this function, and are placed into respective placeholder. So let me give you another example for you. So let's say we have quantity of 3 in item number 567 and price with 49.95. Now I want to output them into terminal, but I would like to store in a variable first. So as you see that there is 1, 2, 3 placeholder that I put in here. Now, if you want to output it to terminal, all you need to do is call the variables is and then format, and then you can call the first variables quantity match the string in here, and then put comma, next is item number, and the last is price. Let's see how it looks like on the terminal. Yes, I want 3 pieces of item 566 for $49.95. You can use this kind of placeholders by using the index number to be sure that the arguments are placed in the correct placeholder. So I will uncomment this again. And in here, I want to give 2. And then in here, I will give 0. Okay, I think I need to change it with another example to match the output. So let's say I want to pay in placeholder, I insert 2, and then the second one 0, and the last one is 1. So we can see the outputs for this item. First of all, I would like to make sure that this is okay. Quantity, okay. Now when we run it, this will output similar as before with the order positions. So this is number 2 is comes from this, and then number 2 is comes from price, 0 comes from quantity, and 1 comes from item number. So what is this, and why this becomes the order number of the index number? Because as we know that basically we count it as 0, and this one as first, and this one as 2. If you remember that a string in our previous lesson is a string basically an array. So everything is inside a string. If we already put it as a strings, it consider as array. So that's no wonder why this number order or index number comes from. So just to make sense, we can give more variables here. Let's say discounted value with 5, then we can add, this is number 0, 1, 2, 3. We can add 3 here, and then we add percent discount. Let's print it. Okay, it says that it is induct in out of range because we should put it inside here, discount. Okay, now it works as expected. This is how we use format strings in Python. The benefit of using this format is because we right now have more options to concatenate more strings, because in previous lessons we know that string cannot be concatenate or combined with integer or numbers. So by using this format strings, now you have an ability to combine strings with integer. Please rewind these lessons because later you will be dealing much with this kind of function, and to tell you the truth, it is quite helpful even though you have become later as a senior. Sometimes if you forget this, it will be a little mess for you when you are dealing with an agile work. So yeah, good luck to learn more format strings.